everyone. This is Linda
And this is Leslie.
with Let's Talk.
Let's talk, Linda.
Today, I want to talk about situations when we go through problems and different things like that. How do you handle it? How do you handle your problems, Leslie?
One of the ways that I handle my problems is that I clean.
Oh,
I clean, 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 clean. And usually my clean is called shifting, moving one thing to the other side of the room. So it's not necessarily cleaning, but I'm shifting things around. I find myself doing that. That's my way of escaping whatever I have to think about, and I can focus on something else. And the only reason why I know that is because before my mom passed, I would always go visit her. And when I would visit her, I was cleaning. And it
mm,
made me realize that is my go to. When I have something difficult that I'm facing, I find myself cleaning or rearranging or moving things around from one room to the other. But in my mind, I'm making a change. And the real change needs to start within, right, Linda?
yeah. I think for me, when I'm going through a hard time, the first thing I do, honestly, is pray and listen to gospel music like nonstop, and super loud. Like my husband know when I go through a hard time or struggling, because I would have to just that's all I want to hear in my head is
Yeah,
gospel music. I don't want to hear anything else. I don't want to watch TV. I just want and some a lot of the gospel music talking about overcoming. You know what I
yeah,
mean? Like just so many songs is just talking about going through trial and going through different things and reminding that this too will pass, or you will overcome this, or the sun will shine in the morning, or just
yeah,
I just name songs at the same time. But I need that. I don't want to forget. I never want to forget that I've been through worse and I'm going to go through more. And right now is this is not it.
yeah,
You know, and one day when I go through a trial, it will be it. It will be my time to go.
yeah,
You know? And even when it's my time to go and this is it, it's
yeah,
still going to be the most blessed day because I get to go to heaven. I get to be with my heavenly Father.
yes.
So why do I want to look any other way? So I really blast the music and just that's all I can listen to. That's all I focus on. I don't want to watch
Wow.
TV. And that's another thing. I don't want to talk to people. Now, I say that with a caution because I do talk to some. I
Yeah,
have a couple of cousins. I'm really close to a pastor that I go to, and I know I can just cry and let my heart out,
yeah.
and they're there for me, and they would pray for me, and they would encourage me. But
Mhm.
they'll never call me back and say how you're doing. They wait for me, and I love that about them, to call them back to say I'm okay now. And I love that because I am the type of person when I go through a hard time, I don't, I want to go through it, but I know this sounds weird, but I want to go through it by myself. I don't want the public to know. Now, I'm an open book. I'll tell you, but I want to tell you after, not during. It's easier for me because I don't want people to watch and look, well, what is she doing now or what she's doing, and I will do whatever I have to do to make it work. Um, what about you?
Linda, that is so good. I didn't even think about that. I mean, what you're saying, it makes a lot of sense because you're right. Sometimes when people are going through things, they do want to, well, we process it differently.
Mhm.
Like you were saying that you don't want a lot of people involved. You don't want a lot of people in your ear, but you have trusted people that you can go to that you know who will be either that sounding board or will steer you in the right direction. And that's good. For me, I know a lot of people, not a lot, but the people who know me know best that I don't, my phrase is, I don't want to talk about it right now. And that's my go-to. And people who know me are like, Leslie, you always say that. And most times I don't want to talk about it because I don't know how to talk about it.
Mhm.
And you're right, because when you come out on the other side, then you can talk to it. But while you're in the midst of it, I really don't know what to say. So some people deal with things differently. And I know in some cases, some people even change their physicality. They cut their hair or they get a new outfit or whatever, however to process things. Have you ever done anything like that, Linda?
Yes, I have. Me and my husband separated for a couple of months. And while we were going through the separation, it was hard to get up and go to work and do everything and still function that I wish I would have kept it. I talked to a friend and she wear hair pieces all the time. And she goes, Linda, why don't you just get a wig to just get yourself by? Because I was telling her I'm struggling, like I'm just struggling to make it. And she was like, you need to figure out how to take shortcuts just to make it today. Stop
Mm,
thinking because of your trial or what you're going through, you're not going to be able to do everything. We can't do everything because everything's not normal to do everything.
yeah.
That you have to find some things that you have to let go and some things, that you can't, that you have to figure out how to make it easier. So she actually took me to a hair place and I bought a half a wig.
Oh,
And I didn't know
wow.
they exist because I kept on saying, I don't want a wig. I don't want a wig. I just don't feel like me. But it's one that actually stops like at your ear. So like,
Mm-hmm.
I think it stops like right here.
Mm-hmm.
That I can wear my hair in a ponytail and then
Mm-hmm.
put it on, almost like how my hair is now. I can put my hair in a ponytail and then have the piece go right here on, and it's this,
Oh, wow.
and it freed me. It gave me that little bit, gave me enough to breathe to say, okay, I can make it in the morning. Believe it
Yeah.
or not, our hair is a lot of work. I mean, like it's a lot of work just to keep up with it. So just doing that little thing made me feel like, okay, the morning process of getting ready to go to work, it was a little bit easier. I could breathe a
Yeah.
little more.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I understand you, Linda. And we have to find what works for us, and having a good company of people around us who we can be vulnerable with, transparent with, and who can be honest with us helps us to get through difficult times. And I know one thing is for certain: in this life, we are going to have difficult times because the Bible tells us that. We can't escape that. Doesn't matter how rich or poor you are, you're going to go through difficult times in life.
Mhm.
But how we handle them is really up to us. It's our choice. And yes, we can go through that outward change, but most importantly, we have to remember that the inward change has to take place too, because that's where it matters the most.
Mhm.
So, yeah.
Yeah. What about you? Did you find any shortcuts or anything when you're going through difficult times? Did you do anything different?
Well, aside from the fact that I would just clean, 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 because that was my go-to, and naturally, yes, I would definitely spend a lot of time in prayer and a lot of time just getting up early in the morning, because that was my I would have my sacred time, my quiet time, my time with the Lord. I'd get up early and I would go before him, before my husband got up, before the day got busy, because I knew that's where I got my strength from. But it wasn't always easy. It
Mm.
wasn't always easy. And I'm very thankful that I have good friends like you that know me and like, hey, Les, are you okay? And will still give me that space when I don't want to talk about it. But either way, I believe it's important to surround ourselves with good people, surround ourselves with good counsel, be in a good company of believers or a good church, someone that you can go to that that's going to have your best interest at heart, because it's not easy going through anything by ourselves.
Mhm. So I really feel like you can still be a strong woman. You can,
Oh, yeah.
but still struggle sometimes just to go through the day through just different situations.
Yeah, yeah. You still can be strong, but and you're going to bounce back. You're going to go through, because that's the thing about it. We go through. We don't stay there. We go through. Like there was a song I remember years ago: when you catch hell, don't keep it, don't hold it. And when
Mm.
you're going through hell, don't stop. So just keep going through, because there is victory on the other side. So we have that promise that we're going to come out on top, and we will get beauty for those ashes.
Mm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, I like how you said that because it makes me think of just different situations and different problems. I know with me, I always say when I'm having a hard time with my kids or when somebody that asks that I do trust, my thing is I'm always great. I'm always great. I'm always great. And when I'm not having a good day, I'll say I'm good. And they catch that. They're like, even my son, he goes, "You're just good today, mom." And I'm like, yeah, you know, and then I wake up, it kind of stops me up because I realize I said good, not great. And not saying that I'm faking it, but I really do feel like I'm great because I really feel when I get to the good part, I'm struggling with something, even if it's just my mindset of can't get what I want. I
Yeah,
always got to the point of telling my kids and my friends that I'm only going to, you can knock me down, but I'm only going to be down for like 30 minutes, an hour, the most in certain situations, a day, but you're not going to keep me down.
that's
Like
right.
I'm going to have periods that I don't smile. I'm going to have periods that it's a force to do things, but I made that choice that I'm not going to stay down. You can
That's
knock
right.
me down. I'm human, but I am not going to stay down.
That's
So
right. That's
it's
good,
the
Linda.
mindset of saying, I'm not going to let this world or these take over me or who I am. I have a bigger and stronger purpose and power than anybody else can put towards me.
Good advice, Miss Linda. I'm so glad you said that. And listen, if you like what you heard today, and I know you did because I did, and I know Linda heard it, and I know she liked it as well. And that's what this is all about. We want to get this message out on the other side. Please be sure to hit the like button, subscribe to our channel. We know that this message and messages just like these and others will be very helpful and have a profound impact on your life because it's coming from a good place. It's coming from our heart. What comes from our heart touches the heart. And this is what it's really all about. It's about life's lessons, laughter and love, because the ultimate goal is to make relationships that last.
Yes. Until next time. Bye.
Bye.